Moin moin. So even if you haven't tried yet this new browser Atlas from OpenAI, you probably heard that browser itself is a little bit of disappointment. But where one sees disappointment, I see opportunity. And whenever I see a new piece of technology, I ask myself, hey Ivan, how can we use it for language learning? So today I will share with you some of my discoveries, and I will show you 3 really good exercises that you can do together with OpenAI Atlas. And I will explain why I think that while it's a not very good web browser, it's still a very good language learning tool. Let's go. So a couple minutes just to understand the context. What is Atlas? Imagine that Google Chrome and ChatGPT want to have a baby, but neither of them really tried hard. It is a browser with built-in ChatGPT, and in general it has 2 main features. First one is agent mode. Agent mode is when you ask ChatGPT to do something with website. So you visit some website and you ask ChatGPT, hey, fill this form or click these buttons. And this scenario we will not cover in this video because, to be honest, I didn't find any good use case for this functionality. I just cannot imagine why I want a browser to do something for me if I can do it myself, at least for now. If you have any ideas how to use it in language learning, please write in the comments section. But today we will talk more about the second part of Atlas, which is ChatGPT that have access to different websites you are visiting. So here comes the difference. If you are using ChatGPT in a regular way, you open it like any other website, and ChatGPT have access only to your conversation and some other conversation that you had with it before. So if I will ask it how to learn German quick, it will answer me only based on information it has on some tools like web search. It can search internet for some answers, and also it can use information in other chats that we had before. But if I want to give it more context, if I want to give him, for example, some article, then I will need to copy this article and send in this chat, because it doesn't have access to any information I have, for example, on my computer, or if I'm visiting another website and I see some very cool article there, it doesn't have access to it. And this is the functionality that Atlas actually gives us. So I can visit any website using Atlas. For example, I want to go to Wikipedia, and I want it specifically be German version of Wikipedia. It doesn't do anything for me. That's exactly why it's not the best browser in the world. Let's try again. Wikipedia. Okay, now it starts searching for something. I open this website. Yes, cool. Some ads. Yes, let's search for some information on German Wikipedia about some, I don't know, famous person. What is the famous German person? No. Zimmer. Hans Zimmer. No, not room. Hans Zimmer. Okay, yeah. Amazing composer and amazing musician. So we have this information now here. And now I can open ChatGPT with this button, Ask ChatGPT. And the difference between regular ChatGPT and this ChatGPT is that this ChatGPT inside of Atlas have access to the website that I'm currently visiting. So it already have all the context I am operating on, and I can ask it questions about this context. I can ask to summarize, for example, this article for me, just like the simplest example. So I will ask it, summarize this article in English. And here, just like in regular ChatGPT, I can select different models. For example, I want it to use instant model, which will answer quicker, because I think this task is not that hard to think about it. And now it will provide me some summary with basic information from this article. So because Atlas already has this context, I don't need to copy this article and paste it in my ChatGPT chat, so everything is already there. So here comes the first scenario how to use Atlas for language learning. I am using it for already a week as my reading assistant, and especially as my translator, because when I'm reading something, I stumble upon words I don't know, obviously. And to be honest, sometimes I don't want to copy every word and go to Google Translate or other translator and ask it to translate it for me. And also sometimes when you do it, a translator doesn't have a context, so you need to select the whole sentence and send the whole sentence there. But it's really not the approach that I like, so I'm super happy about having ChatGPT here right in the browser, because right now I can give it instructions what it needs to do for me. So I'm starting with a prompt. I want you to act as a translator. I will send you the word in German and you need to translate it to English. When translating, please consider the context. So maybe not the best prompt in the world, but I still gave it some instructions, and now it knows that I will use him as a just translator. So I will send word or maybe several words, and it will need to translate me this word. And I said consider the context means it will translate word based on a context in which this word was mentioned in the article that I'm reading. So I start read this article, and when I see some word that I don't know, I can just copy it and right here send it to my assistant. And as you see, I didn't just get a translation, but I also got some additional information, so how this word was used in a sentence. And I can now keep asking questions about this word if I want to, but I want to proceed. And for example, next one will be this word. I just copy it and then I have translation again. And I keep reading this article and I keep asking for translations, and in the end I just ask ChatGPT to summarize everything and give me this list of words as a table. And now I have a table that I can use, for example, to create Anki cards. Next thing I want to show you is how to fit to Atlas not websites, but actually PDF files. If you watched my video about creating cheat sheets for grammatical rules, there I show how I created PDF file that you can print and use as a refresher. So I still have one of these PDF files on my computer, and now I can just open this PDF file with ChatGPT Atlas. And Atlas will consider this file as a context for my conversation. So this is the cheat sheet for future tense in German. And as an example of using this as a context for my ChatGPT, I can ask it to create short quiz for me. So I tell it, create a quiz for me based on this document, ask me questions one by one, and it will be enough because ChatGPT is aware of context. It can read the content of this PDF file, and now it will create a question for me. So first question, and it starts asking me questions in German, which is also okay, but I can tell it, hey, ask questions in English. So now it interacts with me in English, so I can answer the question. It asked me to make a sentence, and yes, everything was right, everything was correct, and it comes to the next question. And so one by one, I can go through the list of questions. You can not only use PDFs that you created yourself, it's actually very useful if you have some books in PDF format. You can use these books as context. I'm not sure if you can use some like huge books with thousands of pages, but in this case, you can just copy some pages as a separate PDF file and then feed it to Atlas. But since ChatGPT in Atlas can have access to any website, this website not necessary to be just some content website with some text. It can also be something interactive, and you can ask ChatGPT to check if you have done something correct on this page. I will show you an example. There is a text editor, online text editor, that like just a website where you can type text. And I wrote a short text about myself in German. I made several mistakes in this text, and now I want ChatGPT to review this text and let me know about these mistakes. So I just open this Ask ChatGPT again. So I just tell it, review this text and tell me what to change. So as you can see, I've made plenty of mistakes, and now I can fix them one by one. So now it looks like I fixed all mistakes. So now I can ask ChatGPT, review my text again and check if everything is correct. And it seems like there are still some mistakes that I can fix. And also sometimes with this particular exercise, it may take a little bit more time because it seems like it doesn't immediately extract all changes from the page. So sometimes you need to wait 10 seconds and then ask it if everything is correct. I believe it can work differently with different kind of text editors. So if you want, you can check, for example, Google Docs and see how it worked there. So I believe that OpenAI Atlas will be a good browser at some point. But as you can see, we already can use it for language learning. And these were just 3 exercises from the top of my head. But if you have any other ideas, share with us in the comment section. I believe we can find like hundreds of different scenarios how we can use it for language learning. And if you want to, check my other video about creating cheat sheets and websites based on these cheat sheets. It was really funny to see how 5 different tools are actually creating educational materials for me. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you later.